So we hit anomalous uranium in 7 out of the 8 holes, which is a pretty good ratio for the first pass of drilling there. Not only that, the rock types, Steve, that we're seeing, we confirmed that these graphitic rocks continue at depth, and there's actually multiple graphitic horizons.
All right, welcome back inside our proactive newsroom. And joining me now is Sean Hilliker. He is the Vice President of Exploration for Standard Uranium. And Sean, welcome back. Good to see you again.
Likewise, Steve, good to be back.
Yeah, so the company out with some news talking about drilling at the Sundog project. And we've talked about this project before, and just maybe reintroduce it to the audience. It's an important one for Standard Uranium.
It is, yeah. It's one of our biggest projects. It's located up by Uranium City in northwestern Saskatchewan. So pretty far north up there in this historical uranium district, one of Canada's first uranium mining camps. So really, rich history up here, lots of uranium everywhere. Obviously, Uranium City is aptly named. So it's a really interesting project. And, something that kind of makes it unique as well is the fact that we have uranium mineralization at surface in outcropping rocks. So we just we put out some news a short while ago about us getting up there and doing some prospecting ahead of drilling this summer, and we identified a bunch of new uranium right at surface. So we had the scintillometer going off, and that helped us narrow down our drill targets for this summer, and we came up with some good results.
Yeah, you were looking at one area in particular, the Wishbone area. Tell me a little bit about this particular area and sort of what you're seeing from this drilling program.
That's correct. So Wishbone is one of the newest target areas that we've kind of identified. It had never been drilled before. We've been focusing kind of along the edge of the Athabasca Basin, so really shallow targets. So we've been talking about our Java and Sky and Johnson Island targets before, but Wishbone is a little bit further inland. So this is one that we haven't drilled before and has actually seen no drilling by anyone. But there was some really good uranium showings there at surface, like I mentioned. So we went and ground truth those. We actually found more. And importantly, we also found outcrops of this graphitic peelite rock that is kind of the ideal host rock that we're looking for, that kind of identifies or manifests as these conductors that we target, right? So really cool to actually see the graphite with uranium at surface, and so that's got us really excited about the area. And so we went and drilled that for the first time this summer. We completed 8 holes and just shy of 1,600 meters.
Yeah, and so what you're seeing so far of this whole 7 of them obviously had some encouraging results.
Absolutely. So we hit anomalous uranium in 7 out of the 8 holes, which is a pretty good ratio for the first pass of drilling there. Not only that, the rock types, Steve, that we're seeing, we confirmed that these graphitic rocks continue at depth, and there's actually multiple graphitic horizons there. So, myself, Galen McNamara, and Garrett Ainsworth, we all worked on the Arrow deposit together in the southwest corner of the Athabasca Basin. So that's kind of an analogy we're using. It's different rocks, it's a different area, obviously, but the structural analogy and hunting for those basement style high grade deposits is kind of the model we're applying to this, which hasn't really been done in this area before. So it's kind of a cool approach we're taking. And all of us have seen the rocks that host this world class deposit in the southwest corner. So when we saw the rocks coming out at Wishbone, we got really excited. We're seeing these repeating and stacked graphitic horizons. The alteration we're seeing looks really good, and there's radioactivity throughout all the holes, pretty much. So it's really, really encouraging first pass, and we're excited to refine it and get back there soon.
Absolutely. I know you've got a lot of projects and a lot of work that you're doing systematically on a number of different projects with partners and non-partners. And so will you get back on Sundog probably in 2025 again?
Absolutely. So the deal with Arrow Energy earning into the Sundog project is a 3-year earn-in deal. So this first year drill program, we did some new geophysics back in the winter of this year. So that plus the drill program that we completed this summer is satisfies their year 1 earn-in for expenditure requirements. And then so in year 2 and year 3, they need to spend more money to continue to earn into the project. So absolutely, we'll be back there in 2025. We've already been planning out some geophysical surveys that we want to get at and and really tighten up some areas, target areas before we go drilling, potentially in the winter, and then also maybe in the summer as well. So should be lots to look forward to on Sundog in 25.
All right, we'll leave it there. Sean, thank you so much. Good to talk to you again.
Always a pleasure, Steve. Thanks for having me.
All right, Sean Hilliker, Vice President of Exploration for Standard Uranium.